Hi and welcome to Let's Talk eBay. My name is Rich Pasini. Today is September 2nd, 2021. Thank you for tuning in. I just want to start by saying thank you to all the new subscribers who recently subscribed to my channel. It's greatly appreciated. Hope you like the content and come back for more. Today I want to talk about why I like promoted listings and using Markdown Manager to help with my eBay sales. I got a couple of windows opened up. I want to go over this with you guys, try to keep it as brief as possible, just to prove a point to you that using promoted listings does help as far as I'm concerned with sales, and I'm going to show that right now. So let's bump out of the screen here. Let's minimize this and go over here. And the way you're going to get to this here, folks, is when you go to your seller hub, you're going to go to performance, and you're going to type in this one here is the traffic. You're going to click this one on here and it's going to bring you to this window. Now what I want to show you guys really quick, well, I can't say really quick when I'm trying to explain stuff to you, but if you could, as you could see over here, impressions, okay? And if you click on the little, on the indication, like that little eye there, information icon, it's going to tell you the total of all impressions, including organic impressions and impressions via promoted listings during the time period. An impression counts when a link to your listing appears on eBay and the buyer is one to click away from your listing. Okay, that's the little information thing. Here's the same thing with page views. If you click on these here, you go through all of these little icons here, you're going to read, it's going to give you a little idea of what it's all about. So again, this is impressions, this is page views. So let's read a little into it. It says the number of visits of your listings during the time period. This time period includes visits via promoted listings, organic listings on eBay, all from external sites, including search engines, which is good to know information. Here is quantity sold. Of course, we know what that's all about. The average click-through rate, it'll give you a little information on that. And then over here, the average sale conversion rate. Now let's dig a little more into this here and read a little more about it. Impressions by organic versus promoted. So as you can see here, impressions by organic versus promoted. Organic impressions was 40.4%, as opposed to promoted impressions was 59.6%. Okay. You can see there is an uptick there from 47% to up to 76% using promoted listings. Impressions by placements. This is another one here, top search slots impressions, right? And you could read more into this here. You could go through this here on your own. I don't want to, like I said, I don't want to get too much into it, but I want to get the message across. I'm going to show you how I set it up with the Markdown Manager. So I give you a little overview as far as like how to go about setting it up if you're interested in doing the same thing like I'm doing. Okay, you can see over here the total top search slot impressions, and you can read more again on that. Here's the rest of the search slot impressions, 9.8%, and non-search is 86.6%. Now you're probably saying, well, what's that all about? Let's go to the icon again and read. The impressions of your listings go outside of search, such as impressions from similar items or people who viewed this item also viewed modules on a listing page. An impression counts when a link to your listing appears on eBay and the buyer is one click away from your listing. Okay, now let's look over here really quick. Here's the impressions. Okay, 723,515 impressions. Okay, it was up at 63, right, versus the prior time period. Okay, 63.7%. If you look at this little bar graph here, you'll see the organic ones, okay, are the one in the dark blue down here below. Okay, and the promoted listings impressions are the ones in the top. You could see here there is a big difference or a spike in some, as far as I'm concerned, as far as in promoted listings. You can see it's right here, it's in black and white, and it's showing you the total impressions, the total page views. So yes, if you were to ask me, does promoted listings help? And with the Markdown Manager, that's another thing too. But yes, the promoted listings, I definitely believe, looking at the graphs, the chart, and the information and the analytics within eBay, I would say most definitely it's been a game changer for me. Now, have I made tremendous sales from it? No, I started getting into it more heavier as time went on. Okay. Do I like it? If people say, would you advise people to use it? Well, you don't have to. Let's put it this way. I'll sum it up this way. You could use promoted listings. You don't have to use them on all your listings. I have. Okay, I'm a small volume seller, but I did enable promoted listings on all my listings. And I'm going to show you when it comes to promoted listings, the little suggested, because eBay has a suggested promoted listing rate, what they suggest. Now, remember one thing. when you go and use eBay's suggested rate, which called the promoted average or average rate, whatever they have, it's going to cost you more money on the back end, because when the item sells, eBay's going to take their percentage out of that there, okay? In some cases, depending on how much you're charging, it could be a little, it could be a lot, it could be a little. It depends. And I'm going to go through that with you guys and showing you, going to give some examples with my own personal listings, okay? And hopefully you guys will get a better idea on how the system works. I think it works. For me, I think it works good. It's been a game changer. I'm not saying things are flying off the shelf, but then again, you got to understand there's a lot of variables when it comes to selling on this platform, or any platform for that matter. First of all, like I said again, you might have merchandise that's either very competitive, like there's a lot of people selling the same thing, maybe cheaper or better, newer, who knows, I don't know. And there may be a high variety of people out there, sellers that are selling the same thing, or maybe it's just an item that's not in high demand. So you got to take all those things, you got to factor all that stuff in there, okay? But anyway, so let's go a little more down here. You got your page views, 1,573. Again, prior point time period. It says prior time period, okay? And again, you can see 300 estimated external site, okay? Again, this will give you a ballpark figure of what's going good, and as far as using promoted listings as opposed to not, okay? And as you can see here, again, with this here for August up to August 31st, and now we're going to September, it spiked up here, and then it took a little dive down here, okay? Looking at the chart, you could see here quantity sold 26, and again, this will show you again on this part here the quantity sold. It'll show you here, if you read up, you mouse over it, it'll show you over here the organic promoted, okay? And then again, external sites and total sold, okay? And it goes on. It gives you a little, an idea of what's going on at there. And this here is going to be your traffic. If you look up here, this is going to be a review of your traffic, okay? Let's look at the promoted listings here. Let's click it on here again. This is, now you're going to have items that are going to sell with non-promoted listings as well. Don't get me wrong, okay? It's going to work on both, okay? And as you can see here with the promoted listings, it'll give you page views, external views, okay? Some things, like I said, are better than others. You're going to get different, analytics on different one or the other, okay? When it comes to promoted and non-promoted, you're going to get different analytics on it. But let's look at the promoted listings for argument's sake. Here you can see all these items had sold, okay? Not much. I only got 25 here. If I click it on, that was it. And again, with the non-promoted listings, you're going to see over here, basically almost the same thing, but they sold, okay? Now this here, again, like I said, I was doing both at one point until I started getting into the promoted listings. So for me, again, it worked out for me as far as I'm concerned. All right, but what I want to share with you guys now is how to also look at your sales here. So let's go over here, for example, on the sales here. We already got this here. We went through this here. I'm not going to click on this window just yet. I want to go to the other one. Let me just go to this one here, the active dashboard. This one I want to show you guys, okay? I got my other laptop over there because in case I get any messages, I like to, respond to them right away. I want to always keep on top of things when it comes to eBay. Okay, over here now, this is the advertising dashboard here. Again, this is going to give you a little more of a better view of as far as like what's going on with it, you know what I'm saying? So, for example, again, with the impressions of 430,823, again, it went up 76%. Okay, clicks, 692. Sold 16, 300% versus last 31 days. Sales are in 17. Nothing to write home about, but it's sales. Okay. Then you got over here 6% with CTR. Like I said, click-through rate, I believe that is. If you click it on, it'll tell you right here. That's what's like as these little information. Your click-through rate. There you go. Divided clicks divided by the impressions. The CTR is percentage of times buyers saw your ad and clicked on it. Use this figure to measure how appealing your listings are to the potential buyers. Okay, they always check that. When you get a chance, folks, check out these little information things here, these little icons here, and you can read more about it. This way, you give you a better idea what's going on. Here's the ad fees over here. Of course, when you click it on, it's going to tell you, with the advertisement fees, the total fees incurred by the item sold within 30 days. As a click on your promoted listings. Please refer to your payments tab in your invoice and final fees, including applicable credits. Okay, again. Here is the performance of impressions. Okay, you can see again, promoted listings impressions 46,000. Okay, here's organic. The organic ones here are like they're in purple, down. And then the campaigns. Okay, this is the campaign, U.S. campaign, whatever. You could put it down when you're setting it up. Now, that's the other thing I want to talk to you guys about how to go about doing this here. So let's start over here. I hope this little information is giving you an idea. You could toy around with it. Okay, now to get to the Seller Hub, when you go to eBay's main page, okay, you would go over here, you click on, well, I go over here, click on Sell. This is the home page, by the way. You're going to click on Sell. And when you click on Sell, you're going to be in the Seller Hub. You're going to get to the information, what these pull down menus, okay? You got the overview here, okay? This is on this side here. You got the orders, okay? Listings, marketing, okay? Performance, which we just did. Payments, of course, all transactions. Research, you can use TerraPeak to do the research. Now it's available to all sellers, okay? It used to be only for store subscribers with the basic store subscription. Now it's available to all sellers. And I advise you guys out there, newbies, and if you are experienced sellers, even though you're experienced, it's always good to check out your own work too. Check out your own analytics on there. It doesn't hurt, okay? It can't hurt, it can only help you, okay? And this one here, now there are certain things, even though eBay has given you this free thing here, again, it is somewhat limited, because if you go to listing improvements like this here, I'm not sure if this is the one. Let's see, restock advice. There's one where it's telling you got to have it, stocks level. Now let me just say, hold on for a second here, guys. I know there's a part there where it says, where you got to have a different store subscription, unless they changed it. Yeah, there was something here where it said, here we go. I knew there was one there. TerraPeak Sourcing Insights. Access that there. Again, they want you to subscribe to this here. So like I said, there is one where, even though I'm not saying eBay is kind of like contradicting themselves, saying, hey, it's free, but yet when you want to use certain things, they want to be set. That's what the Selling Pro Manager Pro is all about. It's going to cost you $15.99 a month. I don't have it. This is my build yearly. I pay $4.95 a month for the starter store. For me, it works. I get 250 free listings a month, and it works for me. If you do it on a yearly basis, on a month, this is a month. If you do it based on a month to month, this is based on a year. I'm sorry. This is based on a yearly basis. If you do it on a month to month, it's $7.95 or something along that line. It's more money if you do it, on a monthly. This is based on a yearly, so I pay $4.95 a month. You might want to check into it. Again, you could change the subscription, but that again is for another service within it. So basically, I was right about that there, because I remember I researched into this here, and I said, oh, so they say it's free, but when it comes to certain things, you got to pay for it. So I mean, if you're doing really phenomenal, and that extra $15.99, well, extra $50, that $15.99 a month is going to be a game changer for you, then you might want to subscribe. Me, I consider myself a frugal entrepreneur. I do my own. They're giving me the basic stuff over here. Well, not even basic. I think it's really good information, to be honest with you, with the performance and marketing and so on and so forth. I think eBay is doing pretty good with that. I have no complaints as far as that part goes. With this here, to get more information or whatever, maybe it might be a little more detailed oriented or stuff like that. It's not going to really, I'm not going to really get into that for $15.99 a month. You know what I'm saying? But that's me. You may have a different outlook. Okay, let's go back to the eBay window. Let me show you how to go about using this. So let me go to my cell. And I want to show you now, already I have used promoted listings. I went over this here once before with people. So again, just to recap it for the newbies who's checking out my YouTube channel for the first time, we're going to use this one over here, for example. We're going to go to the Sony, the AMF Vintage Play here, boombox. When you click over here, hit the arrow, you're going to get a pull down menu. It's going to say over here, end listing, add, edit promoted listing. Okay, we're not gonna end it. We're gonna edit it. Now I want to show you the reason why I'm editing it. It's already there. Okay, here's what I want you guys to know and take this into consideration. You don't get billed for this here until the item sells. See right here, boost your item's visibility with the premium placements on eBay and pay only if your item sells. You could click more here and you can learn a little more about it. Now here's the thing. Let's go back over here. Based on this, what I'm selling it for, okay, is what's going to be based on a cost of what it's going to, when I use promoted listing, what it's going to be as far as when it sells, how much I'm going to be paying for it. So let's go back again to edit the promoted listing. Now, they have a suggested rate of 2%. So if you say, well, let's click at 2% and let's see how much more is it going to be. Look at the numbers stack up when I hit the 2%. Let's go back here. Okay, that's their suggested rate. So if you boost it up, supposedly you'll be higher in search, but it's going to cost me at the end of the sale 76 cents, which is not too bad. But watch what happens with that item that was what, for $37 when you keep adding it up. Okay, now we don't have to click it on it. You could just type in 7% and you can see how much they're going to take out of you. Okay, now here's the thing. I follow another YouTube seller, an eBay seller who has a YouTube channel, and he advised when it comes to using promoted listings, take it and use it with the 1%. But this is how you would do it if you're starting out and if you want to try it out. You're going to get one. We're going to leave that alone because that's what I want at 1%. What's going to happen is when you have one of these here, they all have promoted listings, and as you can see in red, they all have the Markdown Manager with them as well. When you come over here, you're going to see, instead of seeing edited over here, you're going to see promote. When you click the promote on, that's when you're going to get this window. Okay, right now it's in the edit mode because I already initiated a promoted listing with it. What you could do if you want to edit it, you could always, you could use eBay suggested rate and you could bump it up to whatever you want. If you bump it up, I don't think there's a cap on this. I think if you bump it up at 10%, it'll be $3.80. All right, or something along that line. But for argument's sake, I took the advice of the other eBay seller, and he said, if you're going to start it with 1%. Okay. All right. Well, we're going to cancel that out, but that's how you do it. Well, it's not going to cancel that. I'm just editing out that part. Yeah, that's what you would do. Now, in regards to the Markdown Manager, you probably might say, I always wondered, how do these people do this when I was first, getting involved with Markdown Manager and stuff? I said, what is the Markdown Manager? I see it on other sellers and stuff like that. Sometimes you go to sellers, others, eBay sellers, and you'll see 5%, 10% discounts. Like, how is that all done, right? Well, simple enough. Okay, for me, for example, if you have a store, I think you could do it without the store too, if I'm not mistaken. I believe you can. I have a store, so what I do is I click on the little store icon here, and I'm going to come over here which says Manage My Store. Okay, I'm going to click that on, and it's going to take me to another window. You're going to come down here which says Markdown Manager. You're going to click that on. Now, this is if you want to have in lieu of the promoted listings, but you also want to have a discount. Okay, you want a Markdown Manager. You want to mark down the items. You're going to come over here where it says Create a Promotion, pull down menu. You're going to go to Sale Event and Markdown. When you come over here, choose your discount. And I have to say this honestly, and really take consideration with this here when it comes to this, folks. Make sure you got all your figures in place, because you don't want to cut yourself dry doing this here, cut yourself short when it comes to making a sale on an item. I always start off with the little slide thing here. I always start off with 5%. 10%, I've seen some sellers using 10%. There might have been, I've seen sellers, it sounds, well, I'm not trying to be funny, 5, 10, and 15, and 20% was the most I've ever seen some sellers selling things out there. Maybe guys out there selling with 50%. I don't know. I wouldn't do that there. Okay, depends on your cost of goods, what you're getting that item for, what you're selling it for. Okay, take all that into consideration. Now, if you use Markdown Manager, you got to say to yourself, can I afford to use that 5% discount? Off the price I'm selling the item for. This is something that you got to think about. Okay, make sure when you're doing, you work your numbers out. Okay, because you don't want to cut yourself short. You say, geez, I made such a small profit. Was it even worth using a Markdown Manager? You got to make sure you got all your ducks lined up in a row, so to speak, because you don't want to cut yourself short. I'm showing you this here in case you want to try to help make a sale and stuff like that, with the discounted prices and stuff like that. But make sure you work your numbers out, though, folks. That's all I can tell you. All right, so here's where you're going to choose your discount. Your 5%. I could do this all over again. I could redo it all over again as far as like reinitiate the commencement of this 5%. It's not going to do anything. It's not going to alter anything. So I'm going to show you how it's done. So basically, you're gonna do the 5%. That's the lowest you can go. You can click up here. You can't go any lower than that. That's eBay's rock bottom discounted price. So you keep it at 5%. You're going to come over here where it says Select Items, right? And it says over here Select Items, 500 items per promotion. That's for me because I'm a small volume seller. Create rules using categories, that's something else. So what you're going to do is you're going to come over here and hit select items. You can see on here already where my mouse cursor is moving, saying 5% off already. Now you could also inventory select the prices with this here, the filter, whatever. I don't really get involved with that there. Days on site, I just leave it alone. You could exclude discounted items. You could do all that. I don't do it. I keep it as simplified as possible. What I do is right now I have 120 listings, and I'm going to click them. When I click the top one on, it's going to initiate all of them. I'm going to scroll. I'm not going to scroll down. I know they're all been they're activated. So I'm going to come over here at the bottom where it says confirm selection, and then I'm going to hit the save and review. You're going to hit that button there. Now over here, if it doesn't, before you launch it, it wants you to give a sale event description. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to, I'm just looking at my other laptop over here. I'm going to do is I'm going to put over here, folks, for a description. I'm going to say end of summer, oops, yeah, clearance, sale, buy now, and save. I always like to use a little dollar icons here. Whoops, I like that. I leave it like that. And then once you launch it, then you could preview the sale event title, whatever the title, the sale event image, and so on. You could change it around, whatever. You could add more. I guess you could add more images here. I just click on here. You're going to get this other window, and you're going to get the manage promotions. Okay, this is the window that comes up after you hit that there. Now it takes a little time. If you guys do it, if you do use the Markdown Manager, it's going to take a little time for eBay to update the system. I don't think it comes up right away, if I'm not mistaken, because I checked it once before, and they did something like, it did say something to the effect that it will take a little time before it uploads to their system. Well, that's all I have for you right now. I hope you found this information helpful, and if you did, please don't forget to hit that subscribe button, like, comment, and share. And if you want to be updated when I post out new videos, please hit that bell notification icon. And as I always like to say in closing my video, if you are thinking about selling on eBay, or you are a seller on eBay, I am wishing you all the best in sales. Until next time, bye-bye for now.